Welcome to Second Edition. I'm Sierra Dolson.
And I'm Abraham Arieta. Welcome. Coming up on today's show, frustrations mount over the municipal elections.
Plus, a new text scam is hitting Edmonton, and we'll show you what to look out for.
But first, we begin with NAIT welcoming visitors to its annual open house. NAIT opened its doors once again for its annual open house, welcoming prospective students, parents, and visitors.
Do you want any information about NAIT programs?
The annual open house took place on Saturday and is NAIT's biggest recruitment event. With over 90 booths set up, people are invited to explore the campus and the different programs available. They're also encouraged to chat with instructors and current students, tour labs and facilities, and experience hands-on demos offered by each program.
Our turnout is fantastic. Every past years we have about 9,000 to 10,000 people that come to open house. It is a huge event. Hallways are packed and students are buzzing, getting their questions answered. My expectations are that people have fun, they explore, and find something new that they've never heard about before.
Prospective students who are interested in the upcoming winter term can apply right now through nait.ca. The next open house will be held on the third weekend of October 2026.
A new scam is hitting phones in Edmonton, and authorities are warning you to think twice before clicking that link. Police are warning Edmontonians about a new text message scam claiming recipients have a photo radar violation or speeding ticket that must be paid immediately. The message includes a link leading you to a fraudulent payment site. Law enforcement says that these are not legitimate.
Be less trusting. Just if it looks too good to be true, ask a relative, ask a friend.
Pretty scary that people can get these texts without realizing, if it's a valid threat or not. I'm more worried about maybe older generations. They get a text, they see a link. It's not a short text, so it seems more viable.
Authorities warn if you receive an unsolicited text with a link, don't click it, don't pay it, and delete it. Traffic fines are mailed to the registered owner and cannot be paid via text.
A lot of voters are expressing frustration over the process to cast a ballot in the municipal election.
Voting stations can be busy, but election workers are here to help.
A video released by the City of Edmonton walks a voter through a voting station. The UCP government passed Bill 20 last year that changed the election process and the hand counting of all ballots. The video shows additional paperwork that the voter must fill out before casting their ballot. Also, a social media post from Elections Edmonton gathered some negative comments from frustrated voters.
Well, I thought it was unnecessary. They made the process way more bureaucratic and way more cumbersome than it had been before. It behooves them to look at all of those things. The changes they made in the spring of 2024 as part of Bill 20, whether or not to keep those things or whether or not you could have a smoother process that would make it easier for people to vote and make it easier for Elections Edmonton to count the ballots by using the machines again.
The provincial government has the power to repeal Bill 20.
Edmontonians are shining a light on an important cause.
Yes! We're so excited!
The Royal LePage Nightlight Walk brought dozens downtown last Thursday, participants wearing headlamps and shoe lights during the 3-kilometer walk. The event was held to shine light on those affected by domestic violence.
Often they don't have a voice. People forget about it. It's hidden. It's behind closed doors. It's in homes. And not enough people talk about how many people are in domestic abuse situations. So the fact that we can have this here in Edmonton and shine a light on it is, we feel very lucky.
The event raised over $47,000. The money will go towards local shelters and support programs, including Windhouse and LaSalle Center. Organizers say the money will help build more housing for those in need.
Now a look at sports. It was a busy weekend for the Ooks.
Our Matthias Kidd has more on the men's Ooks basketball teams and the Sherwood Park Crusaders.
Thanks, guys. It was a big night on campus as the NAIT Ooks men's basketball team tipped off their season in front of a packed home crowd. The blue and gold were looking to make a statement in their home opener, and they didn't disappoint. The energy was electric inside the NAIT gym as the Ooks hit the court for the first time this season. NAIT kept their momentum going from beyond the arc, draining shots and building solid momentum.
mentality is obviously make the playoffs first and foremost. You know, last year we lost in the semifinal game, so for us is how do we get back to that same situation. So my kind of message to the guys is, listen, we have to take it one game at a time. We're not going to win a championship or go to the playoffs after our first weekend.
Setting the tone for what could be a promising season, head coach says the focus now is consistency and keeping that home energy alive all year long. Dukes are at home next weekend. With wins to open the season, they've given fans plenty to cheer about early. The Sherwood Park Crusaders are back home after a busy weekend at the BCHL Showcase, and they've turned a lot of heads in the process. The team was back in action against the Brooks Bandits Friday after going 1-1 at the Showcase. The event brought together top junior A teams and talent from across Western Canada. It's a major opportunity for players to impress scouts and recruiters from the NHL and colleges.
We played a pretty solid game. I would say at times early in the year, you're able to see the type of game that we want to play. We were moving. There was good coordinated pressure. With possession at times was good. We were attacking the net consistently in similar ways.
Menard says the showcase was a valuable learning experience for the team's younger players, with several rookies stepping into big moments. As for Friday's game, the Crusaders ended up losing 8-0. They're back in action Friday against the Okotoks Oilers. So guys, speaking about that game on Friday, can I expect to see you both there?
It sounds like a lot of fun, but unfortunately I'm busy for Halloween.
You know, I'd probably go with you, Matthias.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Of course.
After the break, how a local high school drama club continues rehearsals amid the strike.
And NAIT hosts a yoga event with a four-legged surprise.
The show went on for drama students of Beaumont Composite High School despite the teachers' strike.
Students continued to rehearse for their musical to make sure they were stage ready when the classes went back. Our Amy Biewek has more.
As we enter another week of the Alberta teachers' strike, one very dedicated class of drama students from Beaumont Composite High School has decided to continue rehearsing for their fall musical so that they can be ready on opening night. This is River from the drama program at Beaumont Composite High School, here to talk to us today about the strike and her drama production.
Hi, I'm River Markuski.
Are you worried that there's not going to be a musical since you lost 3 weeks of important class time?
So we've done a couple of non-official rehearsals just out of the school because we're not allowed to be in the school because it's locked because none of the classes are running. So we've had 1 or 2 rehearsals at people's houses. And we've made a good amount of progress in solidifying our music and dances for Act 1. So we're pretty confident in those now, and we just have to finish doing Act 2 when we are able to go back. And our director has said that if we don't have enough time to finish the musical in the time that we're given before the deadline of where we're supposed to perform, which is the end of November, which is not a lot of time, but she was willing to move it to February so that we have time to learn all of Act 2, because it's not really feasible learning an entire act in 2 weeks.
Has it been difficult rehearsing during the strike without your teacher?
We don't want to do anything without having her authority over it and having her confirm the decisions to make sure that that's what she wants. So we haven't been able to make any more progress, but having the rehearsals is helpful, but we really miss our director, and having her there is a lot easier to be able to progress with the show, so we really hope that we're going to be able to have her back soon.
Do you think you're going to be ready for opening night in November?
I think that we could do it. We have talked about cutting a couple scenes, but Matilda's a hard show to cut around because most of the elements are very important to the story and maintaining the continuity of what's happening so that the audience isn't wildly confused about what's happening and just plot points that won't make sense without prior introduction.
The dedication that these students have to both the program and their teacher is truly inspiring. And if you want to follow along with their journey, you can follow them on Instagram at ESBCHS Productions. I'm Amy Buick with Second Edition.
Looking for a way to relax and unwind? NAIT's Puppy Yoga lets you do just that.
With students, puppies, and yoga, here's our own Gabriel Manabo with more.
Hey there, I'm Gabriel Manabo with Second Edition, and today I'm here at the NAIT Gymnasium to check out a fun and wholesome event, Puppy Yoga. Students from NAIT get to participate in an hour of yoga fun while spending time with adorable and adoptable dogs from Zoe's Animal Rescue. I'll also be speaking with a NAIT representative and a representative from Zoe's Animal Rescue to learn more about the event and how it benefits both students and the pups. Let's go. So what's your name and what's your role?
Sure. Jennifer Tavernini, I guess. I am the foster coordinator for the dog side with Zoe's. I also help with events and fundraising as well.
Can you tell us about Zoe's Animal Rescue and its mission?
Our mission is to control population of, animals. We work really hard to provide safe and comfortable homes for dogs that otherwise would be living outdoors. But we also have programs that allow for us to provide vet care for people that can't afford it as well.
How do events like puppy yoga benefit the puppies in your care?
Yes, it's good for socialization. It gets them out and experiencing the big world. They've come from somewhere where they've lived very close quarters, very comfortably. And they get to meet new people, they get to see new environments, but we also do it as a fundraising thing as well.
What do you hope students gain from this event today with the puppies?
The biggest thing for us is really just to spread awareness of what we do, and it's more than just finding homes for puppies. There are tons of different volunteer opportunities that we would love to have people join us for.
Do you have any tips for students who are hoping to adopt from this event?
If you're looking to adopt, just be prepared. Puppies are a lot of work. There is a financial side to it. They're a big commitment, but Zoe's is really good for providing support and advice and stuff for that transition.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, thank you so much. What do you have to say for today's event?
Broken down to the smallest measurable units.
Cool. It's been a pause since a really wonderful day here at NAIT, seeing students relax, stretch, and share some quality time with these adorable and adoptable pups. Events like this show how fun and wellness can come together on campus. For second edition, I'm Gabriel Manabo.
Coming up after the break, we'll show you how to smoke up a pork tenderloin on a student budget.
And we learn how to throw together a last-minute Halloween costume with items you probably have at home.
Welcome back to second edition. We are going to head out with a smoker for some tasty budget pork tenderloin.
But first, our Nolan Hair shows us a quick and easy DIY Halloween costume just in time for the big night.
What's up? It's Nolan Hair here with second edition, and I don't know about you, but I've been really busy as a college student around Halloween, and I haven't had time to make a costume. And I like dressing up, I like getting all whimsical and Halloweeny, but I don't want to break the bank. So here's some easy ways to make a DIY, quick, easy, and cheap Halloween costume. First, look at the clothes you already own. You might be able to find inspiration for a costume or pieces you may be able to use. You can also do this with old Halloween costumes if you have any left from prior years. You don't need to look for full or complete Halloween costumes, just look for bits and bobs you can repurpose for this new one. Old Halloween costumes are also a great place for inspiration. Look at everything you have individually and see if any piece sparks an idea. If you're still struggling, try looking up the costumes from your favorite pieces of media. Unless it's sci-fi or fantasy, most character outfits are just regular clothes. This means you should just be able to style clothes you already own. You don't need to match the exact look of the character, just getting the general vibe and aesthetic across is way better. Remember to try things on and experiment. Face paint can also make a huge difference. It's about $17 for most party and Halloween outlet stores. Just look at me. A little bit of face paint turns this black denim jacket into professional wrestler Darby Allin. Even simple accessories like sunglasses can totally complete a look. Now let's see what happens when we put what we've just learned all together. Halloween costumes don't have to be pre-bought, expensive, or hard to make. Even this basic outfit becomes super when I put on the right t-shirt. I'm Nolan Hare from second edition, and happy Halloween.
Hey guys, Stephen Luita here with Second Edition, and today I'm going to show you guys how to smoke a tenderloin. With the price of beef these days, pork is a good, easy alternative, so let's get after it. First, you just want to trim all the fat and like silver skin. After you're done cutting the fat off, it should look like something about there. See, that's a little bit of fat on there. After that, you're going to want to score it. I usually like to go in diagonal lines across both sides. Really helps get the flavor of the rub into the meat. As you're doing this, you don't want to go too deep. Maybe about, half an inch or so. So something like this allows you to really get that rub in there and really leave no part of the meat unflavored. So for your rub, all I'm using is garlic powder, paprika, salt, and I'm using a blend of smoked hickory pepper and smoked applewood pepper. You can really use any kind of pepper you want. Normal pepper works just as fine, because I've used that before in the past. And the key to this whole rub, brown sugar. Garlic pepper depends how much really garlic flavor you want in it. And then also with paprika, depends how hot you want. Salt, I usually do about 2 tablespoons. So we'll go in with the applewood. Now what I like to do before I put it in the smoker, I like to let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes. Set it. We're going to cook the pork for about 2.5 hours at 225. We're going to be using cherry. And there you go. You have the perfect smoked pork tenderloin. 145. And then cut it open. We're going to show you guys. Just look at the juices coming out of that. I'm Stephen Luita with Second Edition. Back to you guys.
That is it for this week's Second Edition.
See you again next week. Thanks for watching.